Good afternoon, Pokésports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with one Pokemon on the field. Not today, though. Again, it's almost like I never play with one Pokemon on the field. Can you imagine that? Today, we're playing a doubles match. Look at this. I made the webcam a little bit bigger, just for this part right here. And then when we get into the actual battle, I'll shrink it so that people can actually see the team preview. But what I wanted to do, actually, I wanted to show you guys my team subscribe, which I showed you last time, but I've made a couple of tweaks. I've kept the same Pokemon largely by and large, but I've added on some notable additions, that being Dual Wing Beat on Scizor and Hurricane actually on Kingdra. I hadn't had the chance to put Hurricane on by the time I recorded the video, so now I at least have that on. Let's go for Tower of Waters. I like that one. So here we can see the team preview. I'm playing around with the sizes of the webcam a little bit, but looking into what he's bringing. Oh, Kevin's bringing this team. He put a Magnezone on it. Magnezone, Terrakion, Dragapult, Talonflame, Azumarill, and a Moongus. Okay, so I think Rain's actually going to be just fine here. So I can actually bring in Politoed and Kingdra. This is going to be a best of 3, so we can afford to kind of play around a little bit. I don't think Toxtricity is actually going to make any sense in this one, but I do kind of think that Mimikyu makes a bit of sense here. Mimikyu good for the Dragapult, good for the Terrakion, can deal with the Azumarill, but not all that well. Scizor is going to be okay here as well. Deals with the Terrakion and the Magnezone, and that's going to be okay. But then Rillaboom. Does Rillaboom even make sense? Honestly, there's not a lot of special attackers here, and the Assault Vest doesn't really do a heck of a lot. So let's go for Scizor and Mimikyu. I think that's actually going to be okay. So I'm excited for this. So let's get into the battle. I hope everybody's ready. It's been a little while since I've been on the channel. I'm just thinking about the last time I recorded. I think this was actually the Rain team that I was recording. So this is a nice start with Talonflame here. I should actually be able to deal with that pretty nicely. Especially with Earth Power on Politoed. That was another change that I made. I swapped... I don't have Earth Power on Politoed anymore, that's right. I swapped Mud Shot, which should have been Earth Power, for Icy Wind. I put Helping Hand on Politoed as well. So knowing that, I should actually go for a Scald on the Talonflame. Maybe even go for a Max Airstream. Would that even... I think I do want to try and outspeed the Magnezone over time, but I don't think I want to go for a Max Airstream to do it. So maybe let's go for a... Nothing that I have is particularly effective, huh? Well, let's go for a Max Geyser on the Magnezone. Let's just get some damage off on that. So typically the idea with this Rain team is to Dynamax the Kingdra, either on your lead or if you bring it in the back. You definitely want to be bringing in a Politoed with Drizzle, just so the Swift Swim can actually be in full effect. Now, what I am worried about is a Dynamax from Kevin. Nope, Dynamax not going to go from Kevin. Just going to go for a Tailwind here. That's fine. That's fine, because this Talonflame, it's not going to go down here because I have a feeling that it might be sashed, but oh, never mind. Magnezone's sashed. That's a great crit. That is a great crit. Oh, that's not sashed. It's just sturdy, of course. That was air balloon. Wow, look at that. Magnezone with a Thunderbolt. Gonna Oko the Politoed. That's not very good. Don't like that. But I can actually fix all of this just by going with Mimikyu. Let's go for Mimikyu. Let's go for a Shadow Sneak. Both of those people actually have priority, so this would be a bad time for something like a Psychic Terrain, but they don't have that. So let's go for a Shadow Sneak. Let's go for a... You know what? I think I want to keep going for Max Geysers. If I had gone for a Max Airstream, that wouldn't have mattered because he had Tailwind up. If I had gone for a Max Hail, Max Hailstorm, that would have been... that wouldn't have mattered. Talonflame would have gone down to 1 if it was sashed. And then it would have gone down to Hail, but I can always just Shadow Sneak next turn anyway. So Kevin's thinking about what he wants to do here. Well, I guess while we're communicating, I just want to take this time. Thank you, everybody who checked out the last video. There goes the Brave Bird on Mimikyu, that's fine. Who checked out the last video on the Rain team. Some really great comments on that and really inspired me to fix up the team and get it going for the next. Of course, it's not Sashed, it is Brave Bird. So Shadow Sneak's going to take out the Magnezone here. But yeah, it really inspired me to fix up the team and, you know, get it going. Because honestly, I think it's a really good team. It just needed a little bit of tweaking. You know, of what I'm still seeing, I do think that the Toxtricity is probably going to be the one to go. But it has been putting in enough work, honestly, for me to just be like, let's keep it. All right, so this is actually going really, really well for me right now. Dragapult's going to come back out, or not back out, but it's going to come out. And at this point, honestly, I think I'm just good to play Rough Terrakion and Max Wormwind the Dragapult. It'll have the added benefit, too, of lowering the Terrakion's attack stat. I gotta say, a lot of people have been saying this now that, you know, Series 5 is almost here. Because anybody who wants to practice right now has to practice with their friends or go into like a community like our Discord, haha, and you know, ask for battles like that. And I gotta say, like, I'm really enjoying challenging people to battles and doing, you know, multiple battles with them, like best of threes. Best of threes are amazing. Because like this first game, that's going to take out my Mimikyu right there. That's fine. I have Scizor. Because like battle 1 right here, Max Wormwind might actually take out my Kingdra. No. We're good. We're good. Ooh, that's fine. Max Wormwind going to go on the Dragapult. I have a decision to make. I can actually go for a Bullet Punch. I don't think I want to. Because I'm learning a lot about his team through this first battle, and I think I'm going to be able to apply it a lot better in the second. So we're about to see the rain go down probably in this turn, am I right? No? Oh no. Wow. We've got a lot. Oh yeah, because right, my Damp Rock on the Politoed. So I could go for a Bullet Punch on the Dragapult. I have a very intense decision to make right now. I think that going for a Bullet Punch is probably my best bet, because I can use that on the Terrakion afterward. But let's go for that. Let's go for a Hydro Pump on the Terrakion. So the Bullet Punch is gonna take it out. Okay. And with that, we should be sitting pretty. Unless I'm about to get a big ol' rock slide to the face. That's an Iron Head. It didn't actually end up doing anything. Wow. And then Hydro Pump should take out the Terrakion. Yeah, okay. So this is a team that I was excited for. The team that I'm using right now. But the team that I'm really, really excited for is actually going to be coming up in a future video, including one of the other Swords of Justice, which has kind of got me thinking about that. But either way, let's move on to game 2. Okay, so I'm not going to actually move the webcam for this one. I thought I'd give it a try, but nah, it's fine. We know that top one's a Terrakion. Terrakion Magnezone. Let's see. This last time he didn't bring the Azumarill or the Amoonguss, and I don't think it makes a ton of sense for him to do it this time either. But I don't think I actually want to make any changes. Only thing, would bringing in Rillaboom have helped out? Probably. There's a lot of priority in there. So maybe let's go for the Politoed Rillaboom lead and then bring Kingdra in the back. You can get a good fake out on somebody. Or I could just go for Mimikyu Rillaboom and get an early setup. You know what? Let's do it for science. Let's do it for science. And then if anything, I'll bring the Politoed out and set up the rain, because I don't think I need rain for Mimikyu or for Rillaboom. So I'll bring out Politoed second, and then Kingdra after that. Just try and get any sweeps. Try and clean up a little bit. So again, thank you so much for enjoying the last one. I hope you're enjoying this one so far. Ooh, this is going to be a good start. It's going to be a very, very good start. Because that's another thing I love about best of threes is you can kind of toss everything on its head and make your opponent be like, what are you doing? What is going on? Let's actually go for a Swords Dance and a Fake Out. The fact that he brought Dragapult in the front is actually really, really good for me, because now I can fake out the other one without worrying about Dragapult switching in and absorbing the Fake Out. And I know that this Amoonguss is not going to be the Dynamax target. So let's go and do that. The only thing I'm worried about is the Dragapult Dynamaxing right now and breaking my disguise with a Max Wormwind. He can't do that. He can't do that because I'm Fairy type. Okay, I'm actually not worried about too much right now. That's pretty good. Okay, so he is going to Dynamax the Dragapult right now. I can knock it off next time if that's something that I want to do. I might want to go double into the Dragapult after, but going for the cheeky Swords Dance, I think is my best bet right now. Then I can even Dynamax the Mimikyu and go for that. Oh. All right, so fake out the Amoonguss. He's going to use Max Wormwind on the Rillaboom, which is fine. That's not going to do almost anything. And by that, I mean it's going to do half. It did quite a bit, but hey. Yeah, I think I do really want to Dynamax the Mimikyu here. Huh. I mean, usually I would think about Dynamaxing the Kingdra, but I'm going to heal up past half here. So my Rillaboom might be able to hit with another Max Wormwind. So my Mimikyu's at +1 because Max Wormwind brought my attack down by 1, but now I can go for a Max Phantasm on the Dragapult, and I can go for a knockoff. I could go for a knockoff on the Amoonguss, but I think I'm actually going to go for a knockoff on the Dragapult just in case I don't take it out with my Max Phantasm. So yeah, really gonna hope that he doesn't do any kind of shenaniganery here. I could see a Spore. Spore could happen. But we'll see. Okay. So Mimikyu, no, is going to use Rage Powder. Okay, that's fine. I am all right with that. So Max Phantasm on the Mimikyu, just going to break the disguise. The big disguise. And I think here I want to actually go for a Max Guard after this. If that's all that Mimikyu is being used for, let's go for a Max Guard. Let's soak up that last attack. And then we won't have to worry about Dragapult being Dynamaxed anymore. Ooh, that's actually going to do a ton. Knockoff should take this out. Especially with the defense drop. Oh, okay. I thought that would have happened. Oh, it's a Focus Sash. I think at this point, I can just go for another... Oh, that was a defense drop, actually, on my Rillaboom. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know what he's trying to do here. I see what's happening here. He's going to go for a Max Wormwind on my Rillaboom. Now that the defense drops happened, he's going to assume that I'm going to go for a Max Guard here. I see you. So you know what? We're going to go for a Starfall on Dragapult, which might end up being a Starfall on Amoonguss, which I still think will take it out, and that's fine. I could go for a Grassy Glide on somebody, but I actually think that swapping out is not the best idea anymore, because swapping out I don't have anybody who can do that well. Let's just go for a knockoff on the Amoonguss. I want to see if it goes for another Rage Powder. No, it's not, but it is going to go for a Max Wormwind on my Rillaboom, as I thought. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because you know what? The important thing... That's a crit anyway, wow. The important thing is that I didn't go for a Max Guard here, because that would have been really bad. If that takes it out, that's going to be really great. Go for a Spore. Ooh, I would love it if it went for a Spore right now. This Misty Terrain is out. Misty Terrain's the one with the statuses, right? Oh no, I know you can't fall asleep in Electric Terrain, but we'll see. So I do have an extra turn of Dynamax here. So I have one more, but Clear Smog, okay. That's pretty fine. Because I'm back down to 1, I believe, with actually -1 defense, so that works out. Let's go for Politoed here. Politoed... Yeah, Politoed's not really going to do all that much. I'm just basically setting up for Kingdra to sweep. So that means I'm going to be going for a bunch of Icy Winds. That means I'm going to be going for a bunch of Helping Hands. Ooh, Helping Hand will be pretty good here. So Politoed's out. Floating with the Air Balloon, that actually doesn't matter too much. Okay. So I can go for a Max Phantasm here. And I could go for an Icy Wind, but honestly it doesn't really matter too much. Because my my Kingdra has Swift Swim and will be going at the speed of light. So let's double into the Magnezone. Double into the Magnezone or Helping Hand. If we get a Rage Powder, then Helping Hand will just make my Max Phantasm stronger on the Amoonguss. I don't think it matters. Yeah. This is fine. The ally switch is actually pretty good here, because that'll take out the Amoonguss, effectively making the Magnezone doing nothing this turn. And I'm still going to get some damage off with the Scald, so that's really nice too. And then Dynamax is done now, actually, so I can Shadow Sneak next turn if this Scald happens to do a lot of damage, which I feel like it will. Yeah. Good. I can Shadow Sneak this. I can Shadow Sneak this pretty well, because that's -1 defense. That's good. Okay, I like this. And again, I could go for a Icy Wind, but I don't think Icy Wind makes any sense here at all, because Talonflame has the Gale Wings. Oh, that said, my Mimikyu's probably going down here, huh? That's okay. Let's go for the Scald on it. Yeah, here comes the Brave Bird on the Mimikyu. It is going to take it out, and unless I just need that Magnezone not to knock out my Politoed immediately, please. No thanks, no thanks. Yeah, it will. Okay. Bye, Toad. Okay. I need to take out the Talonflame in a single hit. The Hydro Pump on the Talonflame will be fine, but the Magnezone will be painful. This Talonflame is going to go first. So it doesn't... Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. I need to go for a Hydro Pump on the Magnezone, because I need to live 2 shots from the Talonflame. Magnezone use Protect. I'm in a lot of trouble. Good job. Good job, Kevin. Oh, come on with that. Trying to outspeed the Kingdra. If I had just gone for a... Yeah, okay. But this is something that we should have learned from game 1, is there was a Tailwind on the Talonflame that could have been used. Something that I learned now is that there's a Protect on the Magnezone. Yeah, that cost me the game. That cost me the game real hard. I mean, thankfully that is going to take out the Magnezone, but not quite as thankfully. I think I lose if this Brave Bird happens. Just maybe run. Kevin, can you run, please? Can you do that? Oh yeah, right, I'm choice specs. Haha. Can you run? No. That's fine. Okay, so game 2 goes to Kevin. Congratulations, good job. And now it's time for game 3. So gonna run it back game 3. Gonna really think about all of the moves that Kevin actually has on that team. And think about how we can use them. Kevin just sent me a message. He's like, I'm shaking. He made the God prediction right there. Does Toxtricity even make sense? I think Toxtricity might make sense. That might be something that I want to bring. Especially Scarved. Especially Scarved. If I go for Toxtricity, if I go for Scizor, Scizor doesn't do a heck of a lot. Not when my opponent has Tailwind. So if I go for, not Politoed, I don't think Politoed makes sense in the early game. If I go for Toxtricity and Mimikyu, what can happen? I can go for poison stuff on the Dragapult, actually, and that'll be okay. I just want to break the Sash there because he does have Sash. Politoed and Kingdra still, I think, makes sense. I don't see Rillaboom doing a heck of a lot. Although, Fake Out's really good. Fake Out's a really good move. But it just goes down so fast. All right, we're doing it for science. We are doing this for science. Game 3. Game 3. Good luck, Kevin. Okay. Can we do it? That is the question. Now, I mean, hey, Kevin is the seasoned VGC player here, and I'm sure people in the chat or people in the comments are like, Michael, you're making a mistake, but that's okay. It's all about making mistakes. I could actually go for a Snarl here. Ooh, Snarl would be so good. Snarl Shadow Sneak? Snarl Shadow Sneak, though? No. That's going to be a Snarl Phantasm. Snarl Phantasm. Snarl Phantasm? Yeah. I don't think my Toxtricity is slower than this Dragapult. I think I'm actually faster than the Dragapult with my Choice Scarf. So Snarl for the Sash, Phantasm for the kill. Maybe he thinks I'm going for a Swords Dance here. Because that's the thing about best of threes is you know your opponent's set. So you have to play that extra set of mind games, knowing that my Mimikyu has a Swords Dance. So he's saving it. He's just going to use it to break. I'm going to take down this thing right now. Oh my gosh. I could have actually gone for a Max Starfall here, but I was worried that it was going to take me out or put me to sleep. Nope. I was worried that it was going to Rage Powder. That's it. I'm worried now that it's going to put me to sleep, and I should have gone for the Starfall knowing that, but you know, you make the choices you make. We are about to see a Spore, right? For sure. Yeah, there it is. And now the one thing is I am locked into Spore and I'm locked into Snarl, and my Mimikyu is asleep. So I'm excited. Jeez, I'm tripping over my words because I'm excited about what's going on here. So Magnezone is good. I can actually continue going for Snarls like this. So let's do exactly that. Let's go for Snarl. Let's go for a Max Guard. Let's try and wake up. I just need Amoonguss not to go, or not Amoonguss, Mimikyu not to go down this turn. Oi. Oi, that's terrifying. I'm still faster. And I am going to make -1. I'm going to make it -1 here. That's a terrifying sound. I'm in a bit of trouble here. Let's go make -1 special attack. I didn't do a lot to Magnezone, did I? This attack's going to go down. Steel Spike, yeah. It lives. It lives. So I might actually get the wake up next turn, which would be very, very nice. Really gonna put that one to sleep too. Amoonguss though. I'm in a bit of trouble here. Not gonna lie. So let's continue going for Snarls. Let's go for Max Guard. I could just do a hard swap, but I don't really like the idea of this hard swap. If I get this Max Guard, then everything is good. I'm gonna withdraw the Amoonguss into Talonflame. Gonna be able to get some Tailwinds up. And I'm going to continue to be asleep. That's not too great. So now he's going to be able to get a priority Tailwind. Oh, that's unfortunate. That Magnezone is pretty scary for this team. Especially because of the Mimikyu being weak to Steel type. Because the rest of it's a rain team, right? So the fact that it's an electric type is already pretty bad for my team. Okay, go for Overdrive. You know what? Let's actually do a hard swap into Kingdra right now. Yeah. Does it make sense to lower their speed? No, not really, but I'll do it anyway. In a bit of a bind here. In a bit of a bind. It's a good team. So Tailwind's there for the, or Talonflame's there for the priority Tailwind. Max Lightning's going to take on my Politoed. And then I can bring Toxtricity back out. You know, I might be all right. Because that's going to go away. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to do. It's raining, so my Kingdra's going to be faster than the Magnezone. He has Tailwind up. I don't think that it outspeeds my Kingdra still. I think I can go for a Hydro Pump on that, and I think I can go for a Overdrive and do some damage there. That's fine. So Brave Bird, we know, does not take out my Kingdra. Yeah. And I know I'm going to take out the Talonflame with Hydro Pump. Ally Switch was a good choice, but not here. Not here. It keeps it... Oh, yeah, right. Toxtricity's asleep. Okay, well, that's fine. I get out another turn of sleep. So I just have to hope that this Amoonguss... Well, if the Amoonguss goes for Rage Powder, there's nothing I can do about it. So let's go for that on the Magnezone. Let's go for Overdrive, I guess. Or is Boom Burst better? Boom Burst might... No, I take damage too. Stab Overdrive is probably better here. Yeah. So now I'm going to target that. I couldn't choose anything but Hydro Pump. That Rage Powder. Wake up! Wake up! Come on. If my Toxtricity woke up, something might have happened. I don't know. Okay. I'm still in electric terrain. And I'm going to wake up this turn. I'm going to go first. Which means that Kevin can go for a Spore and put me back to sleep. So here we go. Let's see him put me back to sleep. Do it right now, buddy. Go wake up. Overdrive. Wow. Wow. It did decent damage for not being very effective. And that's not doing much at all. It actually has Giga Drain on that. Neat. All right. Well, that is going to be the game. So I like Kevin's team. I like the Amoonguss. I like the combination of Amoonguss and Talonflame, actually. The combination of a Pokemon that can put you to sleep and swap you around a bunch. If either one of those was a crit, that would have actually done pretty well. I'm not going to go down to this, so maybe. I think if this was an actual tournament, Kevin would have gone for Spore here. Just put me back to sleep. And then with the Talonflame going out with the Tailwind, that's it's a pretty good move too. Okay, so Electric Terrain's going to go away. And then let's get a nice crit and take them both out. Okay, here we go. Crit time. Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of the game. So that first game went pretty well in my favor, and then the next two, the Magnezone just... the Magnezone was a little scary. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. GG. If anybody in the comments thought that there was anything that I could have done differently that I didn't really speak to, make sure you leave that down in the comments. Maybe bringing Rillaboom would have been an actually good idea. Or maybe my team just doesn't have all that much to deal with, specifically Magnezone and Amoonguss. So, you know, that's a little bit of a hurdle to overcome, but we will press onward and we'll see if we can do it better next time. Anyway, until then, I have been Still Just Mike, and I play with one Pokemon on the field. Why do I call myself Still Just Mike? That's my other channel name. Anyway, I'm Mike. Bye.